Hello and welcome to 2 Minute Watches. Today we have the absolutely stunning SEIKO SPB249J1, nicknamed, not even nicknamed, I think it's named Deep Lake, based on some of the patterns resembling the patterns and the colour resembling some of the water up in the mountains around the mountains of Japan. This model is from a reinterpretation, as many of the SEIKO lines are nowadays, of the 1959 iteration or launch of a watch specifically for mountain men in the Japanese mountains, and hence you can see some of that pattern in the dial markers. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous, really distinctive style. It reminds me a bit of the Aquaterra because you've got kind of almost like the teeth markings, but the mixture of the kind of triangle markers every 3 hours and then the baton markers really makes it, I think, a versatile all-round watch. You've got kind of Dauphin style hands as well, nice and sharp. Reminds me a bit of the sharp edged series of the SEIKO Presage line, but also a lot of their Grand SEIKO, versions of the watches where they have that sharpness. And you've also got the second hand with a long tip and a nice arrow there, fully loomed. A lot of lube on the hour in hand too. So a lot from the dial work. I really appreciate. They've also gone for the applied SEIKO logo as well, which really makes it stand out. A lot of the sporty style watches have it just printed, so having it as an applied logo works really well. They've gone for printed kind of model number and automatic and the Prospex logo. So I think that it's a really well balanced dial. The dial itself, you can see it's got this kind of fabric weave. Let me go really closely. I think it's fabric. I don't really understand what else it could be, but very nice kind of navy blue shade, which makes it, again, I think, again, suitable for everyday wear. So you've got something here, again, reminds me a lot like the Aquaterra blue with its overall kind of, well, Aquaterra being land and sea, has a very similar kind of design language and inspiration. 38mm case size, which again has some parallels with the Aquaterra, but also just makes it a brilliant all-round watch. 46mm lug to lug, but it's also got rounded lugs, which makes it a lot easier to wear and doesn't protrude as much. I'll put it on the wrist a little bit later to demonstrate what it looks like. A very solid bracelet here. I know SEIKO's bracelets don't get a lot of love, but this is a very solid oyster style bracelet with a solid milled clasp too. There you go, with a SEIKO stamped dial. You've got the exhibition case back, also very nice to see, with the 6R35 movement, which runs at I think a 70-hour power reserve, 3 Hertz, which is common with most SEIKO movements. It's one of the cheapest watches you can get a 6R movement in, given they actually put it in the King SEIKO line. I think overall, what's inside, whilst not everyone is a fan of the 6R movement, it is one that's found in a lot of the kind of more premium SEIKO line, so that works well. So again, just really impressed by it. It works very sporty, but also quite elegant. You could wear it out casually, but also I think it's got enough blinginess to it with the polished bevels and the applied logo, which makes it work under the cuff of a suit. Just putting it on my 6.2 inch wrist here, you can see the 38mm case size is absolutely brilliant here. Very wearable. I used to have a Black Bay 36, which works well, but it lacks a slight bit of wrist presence. Here, I think you have it perfect for a 6.2 inch wrist like mine, where it has that wearability. You see, you don't want the case, especially the dial, to protrude too much around the wrist, but here it's perfect, yet it's kind of substantial enough to really kind of add as a very quote unquote masculine kind of sporty watch. And it's just brilliant at all angles in terms of so many features on the dial that really work. So it's definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, do check this one out. And if you want to see more, do like and subscribe. Thanks so much.